Hey everybody, welcome to Active Self Protection Extra, here again with my friend Adam from Defenders USA. And I want to talk to you today. We're in the 338 Club and we are looking today at the VTAC target. And I want to tell you why I love the VTAC target. Many thanks to MagTech Ammunition for sponsoring today's video. It's the only ammunition that goes through my pistols or rifles and is the best stuff on the range. So Adam, you said you have some experience and you use these targets too.
Yeah, I use a whole bunch of targets. This is one of my favorite ones here. I like the anatomy of it. It lays things out for people, and it makes you tighten things up in what they do with this.
So every target has a purpose, right? And of course, if you know Vikings Tactical, right, this is the VTAC target. Now this particular version made by C2 is, they call it the CTAC, but it's Kyle's target, yeah. Right? It's, I guess, you know, Sergeant Major Lamb's target. Let's give him the respect due his service. And I like this target for a number of reasons, right? It has the purpose of being a defensive target. I like a couple things about it. And number one, I like that it has some very stingy A zones, right?
Oh,
so if you look
tight.
here, you've got this very tight A zone, or it's got a kind of a dash line here that is closer to a USPSA A zone, but it's still not quite that big. And I like the fact of the matter is what they did was up here, you notice it's basically the size of your sternum. So you're talking about from right here to your collarbone, you're talking about a very high center chest where all of the anatomically significant stuff is. The pumps and the pipes are all right here. And so it gives you something to look at for there. If you want a little bit more generous A zone like USPSA allows, okay, fine, but if you look anatomically, I think what this shows you is these hits may not do what you want them to do.
So I've seen people hit down here and they can still fight.
Amen.
Where when you tend to break the bones up here, you're affecting the true major organs, they fight a lot less longer. And isn't that not the point? Change their behavior as quickly as possible.
Right. So you get that with this.
Yeah.
Same thing here with the head box, is that you get a very tight, basically 3x5 cart head box, where you go from the eyebrows basically to the very top of the nasal cavity, or they've got a little bit more generous one that gives you the nasal cavity as well, kind of the bottom of the nose, or even a more generous one, because if you want that size where it's got the teeth. Of course, my problem is I've seen plenty of people shot in the teeth that keep doing whatever it was they were doing.
Yeah.
I've literally seen footage of people have their jaws ripped off, still fighting. And so, but I love this little bitty guy, or sometimes this little bit bigger one that I say, no, this is a pretty significant spot. I think on the very edge here, I've seen people kind of, you know, skip off of their cheekbones, but I mean, at some point you got to kind of say, okay, here's a sizing thing, whatever. But you shoot them in the eyeballs, it changes their behavior.
Well, everything here is soft, right? Everything across right here is soft. And if you put stuff where there's soft areas, you change behavior fast.
Bullets in soft places, right? Also has, if you look down here, it does have a pelvic girdle, a fairly good sized pelvic girdle. And I know that's controversial in the shooting world, because you go, why would you shoot somebody in the pelvic girdle? Well, if this is armored, if this is controlled, or if this is the best thing I can see, well, I mean, shoot them in the pelvis. That'll change their behavior, and then you can keep shooting whatever else appears.
Okay, my experience, Cop world, hitting the pelvic girdle tends to break down the whole system right here. It's the structural system. Sure. Not only that, you got the big veins here, right? We had one guy who got shot right here, and I mean, it was lights out within 8 seconds, because it not just took down the pelvic girdle, it also took out that major artery, and that stopped a very bad situation.
So can work, right? Now, I think that generally speaking, I'm going to shoot somebody high center chest if that's available.
Yeah.
But it might not be available. Yeah. He might be armored. I might not be able to see that, whatever. And again, I mean, I get it. Butters, you know, never shoot a guy in the wee-wee, right? But, you know, sometimes you got to, right? And I also like the fact that I have C zones here, and I also even have a delta. So this is interesting to me, that it shows me the problem with deltas is some of these deltas are full misses. And I think that's important. Yeah. And I think the last thing that I really like about this target is it's visually busy. And so since it is visually busy, it's much harder at any kind of distance to spot my shots. And I think I see one of the things that I do as a shooter, and I know I do this, right, is I take the first shot and I see where it went. And when I do that, then I start tracking, oh, that was a little lefter than I wanted. So now I start tracking back right. Or it's a little higher than I wanted. So now I start tracking back down. That's a bad habit. You're not supposed to do that. Right? Don't do that, right? Shoot your sights. You shoot what the sights say, not what the target says. Now, of course, you're shooting because of what the target's doing in a real-life defensive encounter. But it is much, much, much harder to track shots when you've got different kind of colors here. It's harder to see them, so you just can't do it.
Can I throw something on here, too?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so notice notice something here, right? You've got the big white out here that's outside in the black. You've got the black down here that you talked about. One thing I do like about this target is most people don't stand there stationary if you're shooting at them. They tend to move.
Yeah.
What this does, to me, this allows for the movement of people as you might be engaging. And so, though, yeah, it might be in the black down here, but they're not going to just stand there and take it. They tend to try to get out of the way. So this kind of, in a sense, allows you to track that a little bit more. Does that make sense?
It does.
Those speeds?
Yeah. So, I mean, the only thing to do from here is shoot it up a little bit and let you see how that goes, shall we? So, I tell you what, I put the target out at 10 yards. And the reason that I like 10 yards is now I really can't spot my shots on it. Now it's too visually busy for me to do that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm cold. I haven't shot today. You haven't shot today?
I haven't shot for a week.
We have not shot a single round. So this is cold performance. We can have a discussion about cold performance and how important it is. I don't think it's as important as some people think it is. Yeah, we'll talk about that another day. But here's what we're going to do. I think right now what we're going to say is out at 10 yards, I want to draw and fire one to the head box. This guy is a threat to me and mine. On the beep, we are going to draw and fire a single shot and put him down definitively. Let's see if we can do it.
Okay.
Using our range tech timer like always. All right, me first and then you, okay? So I'll fail first and then you can clean up my mess.
All you want.
All right, here we go. Come on, Korea. Let's do this today, shall we? Stand by. Oh, a little high. Little high, John. I scared him. I scared him for good. So I healed that one just a little. I felt it. I had a pretty decent sight picture, and then I just pressed just a skosh, and that's what happens when you do that. You can see that. Am I super excited about that? Nah, he might still be fighting me at that one. I think you bounce one off the front of his skull. It'll probably change his behavior.
You probably change the behavior.
Probably change his behavior. So I'm going to put that back out. All right, there that is. Adam, it's your turn. Stand by. That's a good hit. Go ahead and right at the top of the box.
Yeah, I felt a slight bit of push at the very end.
That's still a great hit, man. It's still a great, acceptable hit. Let's turn the light on so people can see it a little bit. So there we go, right at the top there. Now, again, so standards are a thing, right? So I would say literally at 10 yards, anybody that can hit a headshot like that cold in 247, I got no problems with that at all. Adam did well.
That's how slow it was?
Yeah, 247.
Let's
do this again, right?
That's way too slow.
Yeah, 171 for me. 171 for me. Now, here's the thing, right? I will say this. I know the vast majority of people making YouTube videos will just edit those out, hang new paper.
No.
We do that stuff. We go, that ain't how we fly. That's what we did today. Let's see if we can clean that up and make it a little better second and third iteration.
247 is bad.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do the same. 1.7. I would like 1.5 or less, quite frankly, but I want that with a hit. But hit first, time second, get it as fast as I can get it. As fast as I can get it, not as fast as I want it.
Yes.
Okay? So why? Grip is the master, sight set the pace, trigger is the servant. Let's see if I can get it. Come on, John. Here we go. Stand by. Oh, that was darn near the same spot, but I got a line break that time, so I'm going to be okay with that. 182. 182. Brought it down just a skosh. I'm feeling that just a little. I really think what I need to do here is I need a little more support hand pressure. Lefty, notice I'm a little righter than I want to be and pushing a little high. I think I need a little bit more support pressure. That's a line break. Paul Dugan says I'm good, so I'm going to call that one a win. Stand by. That's a beautiful center punch. He's going to be mad at himself, though.
What was the time?
So I was a 182. He was a 263. Yeah, 263.
Okay, this is going way too slow. way too slow.
Okay, one more try.
It's a good hit, though.
It's a good hit. All right, here you go. One more. Ready?
All right.
He's going to get after it. He's like, no, I want it Sporty Spice.
Okay, I just want to record. There's already one right dead center right there.
Dead center in his grill. Shooter ready.
Ready?
Stand by.
Way too slow.
I don't know where that one hit, so I do. It's at the bottom of his jawline. Go ahead and safely holster up.
Yeah, I felt that one. I shanked that one hard.
All right, go ahead and bring it in. Hit the home button. So that was a 238. You can see down here a 238.
I felt that one. I felt that just
Yeah, it just happens, right? Happens to the best of us.
Okay, so right here.
Yeah. All right, let me see if I can get one here. All right, see if I can grip with my support hand like it means something to me here. I'm just a high boy today. I'm just a skosh high.
179.
179, maybe the tiniest bit high. Man, I tell you what, I want to verify. I just want to verify my dot placement here. I want to see that I am hitting to my point of aim. That felt okay. I'm going to aim up there at C2. Yeah, it's right. It's a shooter problem.
so do you feel like you're healing it?
You know what I feel like I'm doing? I'm seeing a wobble,
okay,
and then I'm just letting it fly within the wobble, and I need to be a little more cautious. So I'm going to do one more and feel that and be careful. Bad grip. Oh, and I winged him in the ear. I suck today. 188.
188.
Okay, so here's what we're finding. We're finding that John is struggling this morning. Such is life, right? You're like, hey, Korea, if you suck less, this would get better. He's got himself an ear piercing there. I don't mind these two. That one is not the world's best. That was just me checking my sighting system is on. Okay, well, all right, now let's get him center mass. 2 to the body. Let's hit a 2 to the body. See what we get, right? Let's clear this. Clear.
I mean, still 188, 171. I mean, that's some pretty good times at this distance for that high precision.
Hopefully. Let's see here. I'm not.
So what's your goal on that? You want 1.5?
I mean, my ideal goal on that is I would like to be a sub 1.5 on a draw and fire 1. Honestly, I've been so busy learning to fly an airplane, I haven't done as much dry fire as I need to.
Yeah.
So that's showing up on camera is what's happening, you know? And what most people don't realize, Adam, is that when you shoot on camera, it adds stress level that I'm not saying it's gunfight stress level, but it's different than when you're just quiet by yourself. All right, see what we got here. See if I can get 2 to the body. See how quick we can get that. Okay, not bad.
Good shots.
Saw my shots twice. So my first shot was at a 1.42, and then I had a .39 split. Okay, so really wanted to get my hits.
So total 181, right?
Yeah, 181 on 2 shots, and 2 high alpha is exactly what I wanted, right? So this was my acceptable box here, 2 hits. What I really was focused on there, if you know me, you go, John is not going to be happy with a 1.42 draw and first shot to a high center chest. You know, honestly, at 10 yards, I'm not too upset about that. I try to be 1 second-ish at 7 and in, but at 10, when I said, no, don't miss. Make sure you get your hit at 1.4. Okay, fine. Let's put that guy back out there. Adam, you ready?
What's kind of on your timeline? What's kind of your goal for your 1 shot at 10 yards? Like
1 shot at 10 yards, I'd like to be 1.2. I'd like to be 1.2. That gives me a 0.2 of a second to kind of to finish my draw presentation with smoothness and with enough stability to get that hit.
So as you see this, I'm working on my draw stroke, right? I've just started recently in the last, well, since ASS, focusing on my draw stroke. So when you see little things to coach up, let me know.
All right, let's do it. Oh, he gave me permission. It's on now.
Oh, bring it all. Bring it all.
Here we go. Draw and fire, 2 to the body. 2 to the body. Shooter ready?
You're ready.
Stand by. Two good hits.
Solid hits.
182 and a .5 split.
So very slow in my mind.
I know where you've got a half a second.
Okay.
Already, but you're not going to like it.
Okay.
So you have this tendency, you get the support garment out of the way, and you come back to 2.
Yeah, it's a habit from the police world, retention.
Yeah. So I come here, then I come here, and I go, right?
So if straight.
When I'm carrying strong side, if I'm doing that duty gun strong side, then this is the path through which my gun goes. But from an appendix position from concealment, this is unnecessary motion if I'm not drawing to the 2.
Well, I've myelinated this a million times.
So I want you to think, okay, so I am going to, all I'm trying to do here is do as little work as I can do. Get the gun out and push it to my hand. So this is my second position to drive forward.
Okay.
Here we go.
Jim, we bring it in or we're good?
Nah, we see him. I can see him from here. Just because the camera can't. You got 2 good hits there. You ready?
You're it.
Stand by. Again, good hits.
Boy, I took a lot of time on that confirming it. So I over-confirmed my dot.
There was a confirmation thing. I would say you sat there for a half a second at least confirming your dot. Okay,
2.5.
So that was a 206 and a 4.4 split.
Whew. That's slow.
Well, I mean, so you know what happened there, though, right? So that's when we're shooting at big targets, take the first good sight picture you got and let it fly. Okay? So, guys, The other thing that I love, bring your target home, is you guys can't see necessarily the target from here. So finally, John got a couple of hits so that, okay, I suck, I get it. You know, everybody hates me, but I can shoot a little bit. Adam getting great hits all the time, right? Excellent marksmanship standards. And this is why I like this target, because it doesn't let me spot my shots. I got to actually go and shoot my sights. And this tells me here that I needed to work on my grip a little bit today, particularly my support hand grip. Thankfully, I think I pulled that in by about the third iteration or so, so I'm getting back after it. So VTAC target, love them, pick some up.